Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you, it's not about your looks. It's not about how fat your wallet is. It's not even about how smooth you sound. It's about one thing, making her feel something real when you speak. The right words, spoken the right way, can make a woman's heart open to you faster than anything else. But here's the part most people never figure out. It's not about fancy lines or pickup tricks. It's about knowing what makes a woman feel safe, respected, and truly seen. And I'm about to break it all down for you. Because if you don't learn this, you'll keep spinning your wheels, having conversation after conversation that goes nowhere. But once you do get it, once you say the right thing from the right place, you'll be the man that stands out from every other guy she's ever met. So sit tight, stay with me till the end, because what I'm about to share isn't just dating advice. It's the difference between wasting your time and building something real. And trust me, once you learn this, you'll never have to wonder, what should I say? Again, let's go. If you want to grab a woman's attention and hold it, the first thing you need to understand is this: then the government don't fall for the loudest man in the room, they fall for the man who makes them feel heard. You see, most guys spend their time talking about themselves, what they do, what they own, how hard they work, and what plans they've got for the future. But the truth is, while you're busy trying to sell yourself, she's sitting there wondering, does this man even see me? Does he actually care about what I'm saying? A woman wants to feel like she's the only person in the room when she's talking to you. That's the secret. If you can make her feel understood, if you can show her that you are really listening, not just waiting for your turn to speak, you'll already be ahead of 90% of the men out there. Saying the right thing doesn't always mean some smooth, fancy pickup line. Often, it's as simple as showing genuine interest and asking thoughtful questions. You've probably heard people say, women love to talk, but the part they forget is, women don't want to talk to just anybody. They want to talk to someone who listens with their heart, not just their ears. If you want her to be yours, the first thing out of your mouth needs to show curiosity, kindness, and attention. You want to say something that shows you're not like every other guy who only cares about the surface. You're the man who sees the real her. When you say things like, tell me more about that, I really want to understand, or that sounds important to you, why does it matter so much? You make her feel valued. You make her feel like her voice matters. And believe me, when a woman feels heard, walls start coming down. She begins to trust you, to relax around you, and before you know it, she starts imagining you as part of her world. The biggest mistake men make is thinking it's all about being funny or having a strong pickup game. That might get her to laugh for a moment, but if you want her to stay, if you want her to see you as more than just another conversation, you have to show depth. And depth starts with listening. Depth starts with caring enough to ask about her dreams, her worries, her joys, and the little things that make her who she is. And here's the thing, men and women are sharp. They can spot fake interest a mile away. So if you only ask questions because you're trying to win her over, and not because you truly care, she'll feel it. The words you say must be real, your interest must be honest, and your focus must be on making her feel seen and appreciated. So if you want the golden rule for what to say to a woman to make her feel like you're the one, it's this: speak less about yourself and more about her world. Give her the space to share and respond like you actually care, not like you're waiting to talk about yourself. It's such a small shift, but it changes everything. It shows confidence. It shows respect. And most of all, it shows emotional intelligence, which is something women admire more than any flashy car, expensive shoes, or a well-rehearsed pickup line. The truth is, if you can master this one thing, you won't need tricks or games. You'll be the guy she remembers at the end of the night, the guy she texts first, the guy she tells her friends about, not because you were the loudest, richest, or smoothest, but because you made her feel something other guys couldn't. You made her feel heard. And once a woman feels heard, you've got her heart's attention. That's when the real connection starts. Absolutely. Here's an expanded version of the second keynote in clear, simple language with a natural, Steve Harvey style flow. Without naming him, when it comes to winning a woman's heart, there's one thing that speaks louder than fancy words, gifts, or showing off, and that's respect. Real, honest, pure respect. You can't fake it, you can't rush it, and you sure can't skip it. Respect is the foundation of every real relationship, and if you miss this step, nothing else you say will matter. You see, women are smart. They've seen enough talkers, players, and smooth operators to know when a man's words are empty. What they're looking for is action that matches the talk. And the number one way to show that, respect. Now let me tell you something. Respect isn't just about holding the door open or saying, yes, ma'am, or please and thank you. Those are just the surface level signs of good manners. And they matter, sure, but real respect runs deeper. Real respect shows up when you honor her opinions, her boundaries, her dreams, and even the small things she tells you in passing. It shows up in how you listen, how you speak to her, and how you treat her when no one else is watching. If you want her to feel safe with you, to trust you, and to start imagining a future with you, then the way you handle respect is the deal breaker. When you speak to her, your words need to build her up, not tear her down. If she shares a dream or a fear with you, the worst thing you can do is laugh at her, brush it off, or tell her it's no big deal. To her, it is a big deal, and if you respect her, you'll treat it like one. Respect is about seeing her as an equal, not as someone you control or impress, but as someone you walk beside. It's about making her feel that her thoughts, feelings, and choices are just as important as yours. A woman's heart opens to the man who shows her she's valued, not just for how she looks or what she can do for him, but for who she is. And when you give a woman that level of respect, it becomes almost impossible for her not to feel drawn to you. Why? Because you're showing her something rare. You're showing her that you see her worth. And here's another thing. Respect is not just about how you treat her in the good moments. It's about how you treat her when things get tough, when you're frustrated, when you don't agree, or when you're having a bad day. Those are the times when respect really shows up. Anybody can be kind and sweet when everything's easy. But when you can still hold your tongue, speak with care, and show patience even when you feel like snapping, that's when a woman knows you're built different. That's when she starts thinking, this man is someone I can trust. Now I'll be real with you. Respect takes self-control. You can't let your pride, your ego, or your temper run the show. You have to choose respect every single time. And believe me, then the government pay close attention to that. The way you talk about other people, the way you handle disagreements, the way you handle her when she's upset, all of it tells her whether you're a man who respects not just her, but yourself too. And don't forget, respect is the seed of love. You can't build a strong, lasting relationship without it. Without respect, everything else falls apart. No amount of I love yous can fix a lack of respect. But when you make respect the first thing you offer, before sweet words, before gifts, before promises, everything else becomes easier. Conversations become real, trust becomes strong, and affection grows naturally. Then the government, a woman doesn't want to feel like she's always fighting for her place in your life. She wants to feel like you've already made room for her, and that comes from respect. So the next time you wonder, what can I say to make her mine? The answer is simple. It's not about saying the perfect line. It's about living the perfect value. Show her through your words and actions that you respect her, and the connection will grow all on its own. Respect is the language that doesn't need translation, and when you give it, you won't have to chase her. She'll choose you. Sure, here's an expanded version of the third keynote in a clear, simple style inspired by the natural, straight talking vibe of Steve Harvey. When it comes to making a woman truly feel something there's one powerful thing you have to understand. Words might get her attention, but actions will win her heart. A lot of men walk around thinking if they just say the right thing, give the right compliment, send the perfect text, or tell her some smooth line, she'll instantly fall for them. But let me tell you, women are not built like that. Women are emotional. They don't just listen to what you say. They feel how you make them feel. And the truth is, if your actions don't back up your words, it doesn't matter what you say. It's just noise. A woman wants to feel safe with you. She wants to feel understood, appreciated, and protected. She wants to know you're the kind of a man who will stand beside her, not just when things are easy, but when life gets rough. So the real question is, do your actions make her feel safe, seen, and secure? Because if the answer is no, all the sweet talk in the world isn't going to save you. Think about it like this. If you tell a woman she's important, but you don't make time for her, what message are you really sending? If you promise her you'll be there, but you're always canceling plans, what does that tell her? If you say you respect her, but you flirt with other women or talk down to her, your actions are louder than your words, and what they're screaming is that you don't mean what you say. A woman's heart is smarter than you think. She can tell when a man's love is real or just a game. If your actions match your words, she will notice. If you consistently show up, listen, support, and treat her with kindness, that builds trust. And once trust is there, her walls start to come down, and her feelings for you will grow stronger without you even trying. But if you only talk a good game and your actions fall short, she's going to start pulling away. She'll start doubting everything you say, and you'll lose her before you even knew you had her. Now don't confuse this with grand gestures. You don't have to buy her diamonds, take her on fancy trips, or post about her every day on social media to prove you care. The actions that matter are the small, simple, consistent ones. Calling when you say you will, showing up when you promised, remembering the little things she told you, like her favorite coffee, or that big meeting she was stressed about, standing up for her when someone talks down to her, making her feel seen even when the world is ignoring her. Those things speak louder than any smooth line ever could. A woman falls for how you make her feel, not just what you say. If your presence brings her peace, if your energy lifts her up, and if your actions prove you're reliable, then her heart will naturally open to you. You won't have to force it, chase it, or beg for it. It'll happen on its own, but the key is consistency. One day of sweet talk and good behavior won't get you far. You've got to live it, not fake it. And here's the real test when you slip up, because nobody's perfect. How do you handle it? Do you own your mistakes, apologize, and fix them? Or do you make excuses, shift blame, and act like it's no big deal? A man's character shows the most when he's in the wrong. If you can be humble and honest when you mess up and show her you're learning and growing, that's the kind of action that tells her you're serious about her, not just playing. So the next time you think about winning her heart, stop worrying so much about the perfect line and start thinking about the man you're showing her every day through your actions. Because that's what sticks, that's what lasts, and that's what will make her yours. Sure, here's the expanded version of the fourth keynote in a clear, simple, straight talking style inspired by the smooth, real world wisdom vibe of Steve Harvey. Every woman wants to feel appreciated. And let me tell you something, most men miss this point completely. They think women want grand speeches, flowers on Valentine's Day, or fancy dinners. Now, don't get me wrong, those things are nice, but what a woman really wants, deep down, is to feel appreciated every single day in the little ways that matter most. If you want her to be yours, the one thing you better master is showing her genuine appreciation, not just when you're in the mood, but as a habit. Appreciation is like fuel for a woman's heart. When you show her that you see her efforts, her sacrifices, her care, even the small things, you're not just giving her compliments, you're making her feel valued. You're telling her, I see you, I notice you, and you matter to me. That simple act will create more connection, more attraction, and more loyalty than all the gifts and smooth words in the world. Now, here's the thing about appreciation. It can't be fake. A woman has a built-in radar for words that don't match the feeling behind them. If you only tell her nice things when you want something in return or when you're trying to fix a mistake, she'll know, and it won't work. Real appreciation is specific and sincere. It's about noticing the details that most people miss. It's about catching the moments when she's tired but still shows up for you, when she puts effort into her appearance even on a bad day, when she listens to your problems without judging you. A woman will remember the man who notices her heart more than the man who only notices her looks. You don't have to overdo it either. Some guys think appreciation is about going over the top and laying it on so thick that it sounds like a sales pitch. That's not necessary. A simple, honest, I noticed you've been working so hard lately, and I just want you to know I appreciate it, can change the entire mood of her day. A small text, a small act of kindness, even just making her laugh when she's stressed, all of that is real appreciation in action. And here's the beautiful part. When a woman feels appreciated, she will naturally open her heart to you. She will feel safe to give you more of herself. She'll trust you. She'll admire you. And when admiration enters a relationship, the bond gets stronger. It's not about manipulation. It's about treating her the way a queen deserves to be treated. Not once in a while, but all the time. Too many men lose their relationships not because they were unfaithful, but because they got lazy. They stopped appreciating the woman they once chased. In the beginning, it's easy. You tell her she's beautiful. You call her every night. You make time for her. You hang on to every word she says. But after a while, life gets busy. The excitement fades and the appreciation stops. That's the silent killer of many great connections. Women don't leave because of a single bad day. They leave because they felt invisible for too long. So if you want her to be yours, make it a priority to appreciate her in both the big and small ways. Show her you value her mind, her heart, her presence, and her effort. Say it, show it, and live it. And don't wait for special occasions to do it either. Valentine's Day, birthdays, and anniversaries are for the world to see. But the real appreciation shows up on the normal, everyday, boring days. When she least expects it, appreciation creates connection. Connection creates trust, and trust creates love that lasts. That's the real game, my friend. You want her to be yours. Make her feel appreciated like nobody else ever has. She won't forget you. In fact, she won't even want to look anywhere else. Absolutely. Here's an expanded version of the fifth keynote written in a simple, smooth, and real world style inspired by Steve Harvey's way of connecting with people. If you want her to be yours, there's one thing you need to understand. Women crave emotional safety more than anything. Now, a lot of men get this part wrong. They think it's about buying things, showing off, or always saying the right pickup lines. But the truth is, none of that matters if she doesn't feel emotionally safe around you. Emotional safety is what makes her let her guard down. It's what makes her trust you, open her heart to you, and choose you over everybody else. When a woman feels emotionally safe, she can be her real self. She doesn't have to wear a mask, pretend to be perfect, or hide her feelings. She doesn't have to act like she's strong all the time. She can just relax, breathe, and know that you've got her back. And that kind of safety, that's rare, that's powerful. That's the kind of thing that will make a woman say, this is the man I want in my life. So how do you give her emotional safety? You start by being consistent. Don't be one person today and another person tomorrow. Don't be sweet one day and distant the next. Don't disappear when things get hard and show up when it's easy. Consistency builds trust. When she knows what to expect from you, when she sees that you're steady, that you don't run at the first sign of trouble, she'll start to believe in you. And when she believes in you, her heart is yours. Emotional safety also comes from listening, really listening. Not just sitting there waiting for your turn to talk. Not just nodding your head while your mind is somewhere else. When a woman talks, especially about something personal, she's giving you a piece of her heart. Treat it like it matters. Listen to understand, not to reply. Sometimes she doesn't need a solution. Sometimes all she needs is for you to hear her, to hold space for her, and to make her feel like her feelings are valid. And let's talk about judgment, or rather, the lack of it. If you want her to feel safe, you can't judge her when she shows you her weaknesses, her fears, her doubts, or her past. Everyone's got a story. Everyone's got mistakes. But if you make her feel small or stupid for being vulnerable, she'll shut that door on you, and you'll never see the real her again. But if you create a space where she knows she can tell you anything without fear of rejection, without fear of being made fun of, without fear of being belittled, that's when her heart will start to trust you fully. Emotional safety also shows up in how you handle conflict. You're going to have disagreements. That's part of every relationship. But the way you handle those moments will either make her feel more secure or more distant. If you fight to win, or if you make her feel like she's your enemy in those heated moments, the emotional safety dies a little. But if you can stay calm, stay respectful, and remind her, even in the middle of the storm, that you're on her side, her trust in you will grow deeper than you can imagine. Another important thing about emotional safety is honesty. Being honest isn't always easy, but it's necessary. A woman can handle a lot more truth than you think. as long as it's coming from a place of respect. Lies and half-truths will always leave cracks in the foundation of trust. And once trust breaks, it's hard to rebuild. So be upfront even when it's uncomfortable. That honesty shows her that you respect her enough to tell her the truth, and that you care about her enough to handle the consequences like a man. At the end of the day, emotional safety is the difference between her feeling like she's in a temporary situation or a forever one. You can make her laugh. You can show her a good time. You can shower her with gifts. But if she doesn't feel safe emotionally, none of that will last. If you want her to be yours, give her a safe place where she can lay down her burdens, her thoughts, and her heart, and know it'll be protected. That's the real secret. Make her feel safe, and you won't need fancy lines or tricks. You'll have the one thing that makes her stay peace, then the government, and when a woman finds peace with a man, she doesn't go looking for it anywhere else. Of course, here's the expanded version of the 6th keynote, written in a smooth, real, and simple style inspired by Steve Harvey's vibe. Sometimes the thing that will make her truly yours isn't about the words you say, the gifts you give, or how you look. It's about making her feel appreciated, deeply, genuinely appreciated for exactly who she is. You'd be surprised how many people walk through life without ever really hearing the words. I appreciate you. We live in a world that is quick to criticize, quick to point out flaws, and slow to celebrate the small things people do. And the same thing happens in relationships. Men often focus so hard on impressing, on winning her over, on getting the yes, that they forget what matters most once they have her attention, making her feel seen, valued, and appreciated every single day. Women notice the little things. They don't always want big, fancy moments. It's the small, everyday gestures that tell them everything they need to know about you. When you appreciate her, not just for what she does, but for who she is, you're giving her a reason to stay connected to you on a deep level. When she cooks for you, or encourages you after a bad day, or simply shows up and listens when nobody else does, don't overlook it. That's not just something she's supposed to do. That's love. That's effort. That's her heart in action. And when you let her know that you see it, you honor it, you appreciate it, you make her feel safe and wanted. Appreciation isn't just about saying, thank you. It's about noticing her. It's about looking at her, not just seeing her. Noticing when she changes her hair, when she puts extra care into her appearance, when she sacrifices her own comfort to make your life easier, even in small ways. Appreciation is when you acknowledge her efforts before she has to ask for it. It's when you speak about her with pride, not just when she's around, but even behind her back. That's the kind of appreciation that tells her you value her, not just as a partner, but as a person. And the funny thing about appreciation is, it works like magic. When a woman feels appreciated, her heart opens up in ways you didn't even know were possible. She gives more. She loves deeper. She trusts stronger. Because appreciation says, I see you. I don't take you for granted. I know your worth. And once you've shown her that, her loyalty becomes unshakable. A lot of men lose good women because they stop appreciating them. In the beginning, they chase, they compliment, they put in effort. But as time goes on, they fall into the trap of comfort. They assume she'll always be there, and they stop doing the very things that won her over in the first place. Never let that be you. Don't let time, routine, or distractions make you blind to the gift standing right in front of you. Relationships don't die because of one big mistake. They die slowly, day by day, when appreciation disappears. It's easy to think that love alone is enough to hold a relationship together. But love without appreciation is like a plant without water. It might look alive for a while, but sooner or later, it will start to wither. Appreciation is the water. It keeps the relationship growing, strong, and full of life. It tells her she matters, not just to the world, but to you. And when she knows she matters to you, you've already won her heart. So don't wait for birthdays, anniversaries, or holidays to show your appreciation. Make it a daily habit, a small word, a soft smile, a simple, "I'm proud of you," or "I don't say this enough, but I really appreciate how you handle things." Those little moments build emotional wealth. They create connection. They make her feel like she chose right. And once a woman feels like she chose right, her loyalty won't waver. At the end of the day, the words you say, the actions you take, and the energy you give off, they all speak one message. Either I appreciate you or I take you for granted. One message pulls her closer. The other slowly pushes her away. If you want her to be yours, make sure every day you're sending the right message. Because when a woman feels appreciated, she won't need anyone else to tell her she's special. She'll know it because you've already shown her